Test 1, 2, just doing a quick sound check. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Okay. I think I'm all set here now. I'm going to go ahead and play Pathfinder Kingmaker, the new DLC Beneath the Stolen Lands, and I don't think we're going to play it in Last of Zante. Let's not play it in Last of Zante mode. And go ahead and do next. And let's play it on challenging. That makes it. Let's make it semi-challenging. Let's make it normal enemies. This should make it about as close to the normal game as it gets. So let's go ahead and do next. When I say normal game, I mean the pen and paper game. Tabletop, whichever you refer it. Now there's a bug which will be fixed tomorrow, that most of my extra pictures aren't available. However, the ones that are available right from here, as opposed to having to wait. So what I think I'm going to do I have to build the entire party. I think I'm going to build an all-female classic fighter, cleric, thief, or rogues, sorry, and wizard. And see how far we get with going with the 4 basic original classes and doing pretty much straight up builds. So let's go ahead and get next. Oh, I didn't actually select anyone. Let's select you. And human. Female, of course. That's probably as close as I'm going to get to hair with the... It's more like that. That's more like... I think that's as close as I'm going to get. Yep. And face. Looks fairly serious. Let's see if we have a serious face. No, not quite that serious. Not quite. Now let's go back with the original face. Original hair, original face, original colors. Very boring. Okay, next. And we're going to make him a straight up fighter. And let's change the colors here. And purple and gold. Or something more silver metallic. Yep, I think that'll do it for the official colors, which we'll never see under their... We could go with their pre-made build. Nah, I don't want to go that generic. So next. Okay. So primary stat, we want strength. They're a fighter. We want some con. A little bit of dex. Well, let's put one more point in there. I like to get good armor class. Oh, and this thing new, if you see the little numbers, that's how much it's going to cost you to raise that stat. So, and we'll make strength their main one. That gives us 2 more points we can stick someplace. Let's go ahead and stick them in intelligence. Get that extra skill point. Okay, so let's see. Athletics. Don't really need persuasion. Neither of those are good. Great. Oh, and there's something else you knew here. When I stick over strength, you see all the skills that are affected by strength, all the skills affected by stealth. There aren't any skills affected by constitution. All the skills affected by intelligence, all the skills affected by wisdom, and all the skills that are affected by charisma. I never noticed they were done in that order, but they make it even more obvious now. So, and we have 1 more point. So we could put in persuasion. I see no need for persuasion. So we'll put 1 in perception. They're not going to be very good at it, but at least they have a point. Okay, next. Oh, good question. Weapon focus. What do we want them? Do we want to just do sword and shield? Because that's what people always do. Do scimitar. I think scimitar has a better... Yeah, let's go ahead and do scimitar. We may regret it. There may not be any magic scimitars in the game. But when you're getting semi-random loot, it's hard to anyway. So that's that one. We get another one. Let's do armor focus, heavy armor. We get another one. Let's go ahead and do dodge. Like I said, this build is going to be all about the armor class and damage, but damage is natural to a fighter. So next. Oh, let's make her brave. Neutral. Let's make them true neutral. And we shall call her Verona. Okay, and next.
I stand ready.
And complete. So we're in this zone here, and I'll go ahead. And do I want the tutorial? Yeah, we'll go ahead and I'll read the tutorial. So to begin your adventures in the treacherous deep, speak to the Silver Dragon and hire mercenaries. You have enough gold to hire 3 of them to begin with. And I'm going to see how far I can get with just 4 instead of the full 6. Meet the honest guy, a merchant who can sell you supplies, weapons, and armor. The inventory of goods he offers will expand as you go deeper into the depths. I just wonder about a merchant called the honest guy. You can purchase scrolls and potions from the Silver Dragon. He can help you by casting spells from these scrolls if your characters aren't able to do it themselves. You can rest and recover health and spells by clicking on the table, but only after it's set. The Silver Dragon sets the table each time you reach the next floor of the depths. This is the entrance to the depths. Good luck. So the first thing we need to do is go and recruit our other 3 hirelings here. So what do I have for equipment right at the moment? Started me with scale mail. So I'm in armor class 19 right now. Definitely need to do something about that. And we get our 2 ever burning torches. And it gave us a longsword. Maybe I didn't want scimitars does less damage base, but that critical range is, this critical's on a 19 or 20, and this critical's on an 18, 19, or 20. But I already made my decision, so we will make do with it. Okay, let's talk to Mr. Dragon. I'll have you know, no one has ever returned from these caves alive. Many valiant heroes before you have sacrificed their lives to bring victory one step closer. I have not forgotten their feats, nor will I forget yours. Now let's go through the story. Who are you? Tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? I will hide nothing from you. Who are you? My name is, Exilrin. Exilrin? I am a loyal servant of Apasu. Thousands of years ago, my God appointed me to watch over this place, where deep in the depth there lies a great evil. I knew at once the repulsive smell of the beast, but it took me centuries to locate the egg that he left. At this time, I've stood guard here looking for a way to destroy the spawn before it hatched, and through immeasurable suffering to those who dwell upon the land. Apsu? Who's that? Oh, Apsu, he is more ancient than all the gods whose names you know. He is a maker of all, who stands at the origin of the multiverse. Few mortals remember him, but we metallic dragons still praise him in our prayers. Is it just me, or are you really sad? So many heroes have passed, the noblest souls of Glorian, selfless protectors of their homeland, ready to sacrifice their lives to save it from the spawn of the beast. I remember each and every one, striding fearlessly down into the darkness. Almost none of them have returned, and it's all my fault. I made a mistake, and they paid dearly for it. You see, I never understood the true nature of the monster. For many years, I and the heroes who answered my call would wander these dungeons, thinking the monster larva was the greatest threat. It was only when I found the egg and touched the shell that I realized the spawn had turned the entire dungeon into its nest. Madness, mortal. Darkness and madness are the monster's sword and shield. Its food and the material that its shell is made of. The heroes I summon have descended into madness. They have lost their minds, and the spawn of the beast fed upon their insanity. However, I avoided the same fate. They went down into darkness, driven by the noblest of intentions, and were rewarded only with eternal torment. What are you doing here? I am guarding the spawn of Rakuvu that sleeps in the caves beneath. I summon heroes to help me defeat it. It is a long and joyless vigil, but I believe that it will one day be over. Perhaps you yourself are the heroes who will finally achieve this long-awaited victory. Thank you for your answers. The truth is the least I can give you for your feat. What feat do you expect of me? An egg laid by the horrible Rovaku has cursed this dungeon for thousands of years. The lava of the beast will destroy half of the river kingdoms if it hatches. The shell that surrounds us is a labyrinth of darkness and madness, inhabited by thousands of its former victims. Hundreds of heroes perished as they saw the way through it. But now I know where the egg is, and the path is almost clear. Almost. What blocks the way to the monster? Oh, that is the saddest and scariest part. The spawn of the beast feeds on nightmares. Its very shell is made of madness. The caves around are filled with insanity. It has flooded them with an ocean of darkness which distorts the very nature of the multiverse. Heroes who approach grow mad or perish in great suffering. This gives the egg its strength. The monster feeds on that terror and pain. Neither alive nor dead, but tormented internally by their worst nightmares, these brave heroes still wander the labyrinth, find and destroy 4 of their strongest, and the power of the beast's madness will weaken, and I'll be able to crack open the shell. We must destroy the monster before it hatches and grows strong. The fallen priestess, the weary traveler, the wicked chanter, the captor and his horrifying slave, deliver them into peace, and the path to the enemy will be open. Why don't you kill these 4 yourself? The egg is surrounded by an ever-shifting labyrinth of insanity and darkness. This insanity which the lava emits is capable of subduing even the most valiant of heroes. I have ventured down before, and it was only by a miracle that I slipped the fate that was installed so many other brave heroes. If I tried to vanquish it alone, sooner or later it would devour me, drink my soul, and add me to the horde of nightmares it guarded. Who would be able to destroy them? Thus I continuing summoning heroes to this place. Many of those who have answered my call turn their backs and return to their lives, once they discover how slim their chances of victory. And I do not blame them. But my vigil is nearing its end. The hour of the last battle with the monster draws near. If you can manage to weaken its shell, I can crack it, and we will finish it together. Tell me about the fallen priestess. Her name is Taiko Sakashima. She led a party of adventurers here, noblest heroes and truest friends. Together they defeated many foes, but they never faced anything like this. Taiko once served Lamashuta, the goddess of monsters, and I can't pronounce that name. Then this brave and wise woman recognized how disgusting her patron was and gathered the strength to leave her service, finding shelter in the hands of Desna. Alas, Lamashtu is called the mistress of insanity for a reason. The labyrinth tricked Tiko's mind and stole from her Desna's protections. When next her reason failed, she returned to Lamashtu and sacrificed her friends to her cruel mistress one by one. Ever since she has lurked in the depths, seeking new gifts for her mistress. Alas, the last embers of good in her soul have long faded. She's become a monster. The beast has consumed her ultimately. Utterly, actually. Tell me about the weary traveler. He was a gnome named Balzes. He was quite a famous traveler, a pathfinder on 3 continents, but bleaching gives no quarter to his people. There came a day when he grew tired of new roads. When he heard my call, he came, knowing it would be his final adventure. He did not anticipate victory, but hoped at least for an honorable death. At last the darkness reached out to him from the abominable spawn of the beast, and refused him even that. An aura of madness filled the gnome with delusions of grandeur, and transported his mind into the marvelous Fey world, where he sits, a godlike ruler. He has become frightening, dangerous, and pathetic character of his former self, a king without a kingdom, a god of a rotten soul. Immersed in his sweet dreams, he wanders the halls, barking orders at the wandering monsters, a sad sight to behold. His death will bring him not only peace, but also restore the dignity he lost. Tell me about the captor. The captor is a great wizard. Is the greatest wizard I ever managed to talk into visiting this gloomy place. I had high hopes for him, and so I turned a blind eye to the darkness in his soul. I expected he was already insane before he even came here. Nothing else could explain his indifference towards suffering, but he was strong and confident and managed to get quite close to the spawn, very close, before he met his end. Be warned, the captor does not appear alone. He is always accompanied by a disgusting beast that he summoned from beyond the world. The two are firmly bound in death and can revive each other, both must be killed at once. Wow, that sounds challenging. Tell me about the wicked chanter. She is the dungeon's greatest mystery. In the long history of my vigil here, she had but recently appeared. Heroes who set off into the depths began to encounter something quite strange. A woman in rags who wanders the darkness accompanied by a horde of monsters. She is known to announce her arrival in song. She sings as she hunts and sings as she kills. The monsters of the dark serve her loyally and faithfully, protecting her to their dying breath. I know not who the chanter is. Many brave heroines have disappeared into the dungeon, but none possess such control over monsters. I only know the chanter is more insane than the 3 other nightmares of the dungeon, and the terror she carries with her shows no mercy. She must be defeated. I see. The feat I ask you is most dangerous and almost certainly suicidal. If you agree, I want you to understand what you're getting into. Who is this fellow here with you? The abominable embodiment of greed. He has no shame. He plunders the corpses of fallen heroes and sells his prize. But I cannot forbid him from doing it. He does some good. He sometimes travels around the area, delivering supplies. Can I rest here? Of course, my table is set for everyone. Eat and rest as much as you like. Down below in the darkness, you will have to be at your best. And then I need supplies, lets me buy stuff, so let's get our companions. 500 gold each. I will summon who I can. Let us see which of them will answer my call. Okay, so I think next we need a cleric. Cleric. You look cleric-like. Ooh, an Ajmir. Yep, we'll make you an Ajmir cleric. And next. Ajmir. I'm probably not saying that right. Azumar? However, I'm afraid you guys are used to me mispronouncing stuff, because I do it regularly. Okay, hair color. That's probably close enough. Skin color. We'll go with that. Let's go with that face. Body type's fine. Hair color's fine. I wish I would add more customization options, but I know it's a very low priority. I wonder if there's any mod packs to do that. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to go with straight cleric, straight rogue, straight wizard. Doesn't mean I won't take advantage of the options in the rules, but I'm basically going to stick with single class. Okay, now which one do we want? We need something with wisdom, so that has wisdom and charisma. That's a good choice. Strength and charisma. Intelligence and charisma. Constitution, charisma. Constitution, wisdom. Dexterity and charisma. Dexterity and wisdom. I think we're going to go with the straight wisdom and charisma. And we're going to go with Aristil, who's one of my favorites because of what I can choose. Positive. We're going to take the community domain and the animal domain. And next. So we want an 18 wisdom. We want like a 14 strength and 14. No, we don't want dex. Well, if we do 13, we can do that. Yep, that's what we're going to do. And we need the religion skill. Is definitely one we want for her. And let's make nature the other one. We got to be sure to cover all the skills. There are stuff down in the dungeon that's activated by skill rolls. So, but I think if we oh yeah, Feral and I already took lore. So let's take perception. We need somebody with perception. Actually, 2 people at least with perception, so we can find secret doors and stuff like that. Okay, we're going to take selective channel so that she can heal during combat. Next. And we will make her pious. Oh, we can't make her. We'll have to make her neutral good. And we will call her Claire. Claire the cleric. And next.
I do not find this to be useful.
And complete. And let's get another companion here. And we want a roguish type. And for me, the best roguish types are halflings. Do I have any halflings? There's got to be some halflings somewhere. Halfling cleric type. Not really appropriate. Ah, there. That will do. Next. It's sort of androgynous. We're going to say it's a female. And it's got sort of... Yeah, it looks like about the right skin type, hair color, sort of like that. I think that will match. And yeah, that looks good to me. And that will do for the hairstyle. Okay, so we want to make this a rogue. And again, going straight rogue. So we want 18. We want... Let's take 2 points away from that, because we don't really need charisma. And we'll give them one more there. 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 Is that okay? Yeah, I think that will do. So let's do skills. Obviously we want mobility, trickery, and stealth. And perception. Let's do world. And use magic device. So next. Point blank shot. She already has finesse. And third level she get her finesse training? Yeah. So let's take dodge. Because armor class is going to be important. And let's make rogue pragmatic. So neutral. And we will call her... what's a good hobbit name? Rimulus. Which may or may not be a good hobbit name, but... Okay. And complete. So now we have our rogue. Now we just need a wizard. So let's recruit our wizard. Ooh, that looks wizardress like. We could do that one. I really don't like that one. She looks sort of wizardress-like. So let's go and do that next. She looks human. We could do half-elf. Nah, let's do human. And her hair is definitely darker than that. Oh, that's skin. Need a very light skin. Okay. You really need a long straight hairstyle because that's like my preference. The closest they have is this one. Or this one. Neither of them are really that straight. But that one's the straightest. And dark. Okay. And wizard. And we need to change her colors because she's obviously very in the green. Can't quite match that shade of green. And this should be silvery. Okay. And next. Ooh, good question. What school? Let's do evocation. So we'll do that. And do we want to give them a familiar or arcane bond? Normally I would go arcane bond, but since we get to rest so much in this, we'll probably actually be using spells, not using all our spells up. Besides, she had a familiar there. Oh, monkey. Lizard gives armor class. Let's give her a lizard. Okay. So we definitely want 18 intelligence. And 16 con. Or 16 dex. Is there any? Let's just do that. Let's just do those two stats. Arcana, world. And mobility. Oh no, let's have her be a backup thief. We'll give her trickery. She can be a backup thief. Oh, we have 2 more points. That's right, because we have IQ. So we'll give her mobility too and perception. Okay, and I'm going to have her take point blank shot and precise shot so that she doesn't have the -4 for shooting into combat. And then her wizard bonus feat will take combat casting. Now we got to pick her opposition schools. Let's do necromancy and divination. I may regret those, but got to take something. Well, I guess I could have been a universalist. Next. Okay, so definitely want magic missile. Mage armor. Shield. Sleep's good at low level, but rapidly becomes less useful. Ear piercing scream. Enlarged person. And hurricane bow. So next. And well, she looks confident. We'll make her confidence.
If you dare.
And we'll make her neutral, and we will name her Drusilla.
Ah, a test of my abilities.
Okay. So let's go ahead and pick spells here.
A time has come.
So I don't want that. She's got a bless. Let's go ahead and take a divine favor. And you. Let's get rid of that one and take another magic missile. Okay. I think that will work for a starting party. And I don't think we get... No, we don't get the bonus items for various things. And let's rest here. There we are. Everyone's got their spells. So let's go down here and talk to the honest guy. Let's look at your wares. Okay. So we have 411. So one thing I'd like to do is get this person better armor, heavy preferably. So I could get banded, which would be armor class 7. Still let him use the 1 point of dex. Or I can go breastplate, but that's medium. Let's go with banded. And you are currently wearing studded leather. Can we afford chain for you? Chain would be 150. Yes, we could. Breastplate would be too much. So chain it is. Actually, let's sell first and see what we have left. So 179. So nope, still has to be chain. Okay. So you go ahead and put on your armor. That gets you to armor class 22. Not bad for first level. You unfortunately are only an 18. You're a 19 in your little studded leather. And you're a 14. Though you will be throwing your mage armor spell, assuming... Did I actually memorize a mage? Yes, I did. Okay. So let's go ahead and save a spell here. We'll call it live stream DCL. Boom. Okay. So into the dungeon we go. And I have to take a short break in about 20 minutes, but we should be able to clear the first level of dungeon in that time, I hope. And then I will be back on, but I have something I have to do for a little bit in a while here. So, you know, for being a random dungeon, almost everything I've seen has always started in the same room. Okay, let us go through the door. Oh, and because I always forget, there we go. So she has her mage armor up, good for an hour. Okay, what did we see? I don't see any. I see a trap. I don't... Ah. Kobolds.
Strike as one. Stand with me.
Okay, there's a shaman there. Okay, that was pretty straightforward and easy. Apparently our thief is stuck there in the corner. Hey, go disarm trap.
It is finished. A trivial matter.
Money and cure light potions. Not horrible. What? There's actually a letter in here? Huh. Apparently it's a letter about apparently they were getting married. That's something I didn't know.
My skills are absolute.
Oh, we need to collect everything first. Okay. I did not know there was actually stories in here. I hadn't noticed that before. Okay. And you can't actually open these chests until someone spots them. Money. Masterwork two-bladed sword. Oh yeah, the enhanced version added a bunch of different weapons. So let's make sure there's nothing else here we're missing. Nope, looks like it's pretty much this door.
Interesting. It is finished.
Okay, this is one of the magic buff stones that you will find. You basically get one chance to do this skill check. If you succeed it, you get a buff. If not, the magic dissipates and nothing happens. So let's see if we can... We should be able to make a DC 11, I would think.
I have managed.
So, everyone in the party has Unholy Aura. So, we're now protected against good, which probably doesn't help us in this evil dungeon that much, but hey, you do what you can. The basic bonuses still work. Okay, this chest, we found it. And it's got nothing but some potions and a little bit of money in it. Okay. Well, let's go take advantage of our buff before it runs out. Looks like there's 2 doors this way. Let's go this one first. Looks like another one of those stones. Okay, let's pause here.
It's time to act. Their life ends here.
You need to change weapons.
How could this happen?
Okay.
Together we stand.
So she gets Calming Touch because she's community, which is a nice little heal spell, especially at low level. Except it doesn't seem to work on her. Why aren't you working on her? Well, apparently this spell doesn't work on people. Did before. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Oh, it's a good spell. I bet it's our buff.
I stand ready.
Let's see if this works. That works. So this one takes Knowledge World, which is probably our weakest. Let's see who has the best.
Oh, what a failure.
Nope. Knowledge World is not one of our good skills.
That is quite a discovery.
Ooh, secret door. Room with at least 1 chest. 2 chests. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, sometimes you find things in series of 3. 3 crossbows, 3 copper rings, 70 coal. And this one, oh, has a magic cloak. Which is just a normal cloak of resistance. But that's alright. It's still magic, first level. You know, you take what you can get. Raise those saving throws. Okay. And I am basically out of magic items. Oh, these are corrupted thingies. Lawful Evil Cobalt. We can't see its additional abilities yet. By the way, for people, it took me a long time to figure this out. You hit Y to turn it off your inspect mode so that you can inspect them. I was always wondered about that. Now we should get a rest thing after this. Can you even do this on yourself? Works on yourself. So now we get a rest here because we fought one of their special encounters. Okay. And let's have you go ahead and throw your armor barrel again before I forget. Check the shaman for stuff. So there's another door and a chest over here. Ooh, a magic wand of expeditious retreat. Not very useful. But it's money. And we go in here. Open this door. Pause. Looks like more kobolds. Oh, we still have this guy.
I shall not falter.
Wow, these cobalt casters are...
This failure.
Okay. You need to start throwing magic back. What? I missed?
Focus failure.
Wow, those shaman casters at low levels are really not something that's fair on your party. Though I am playing on... When I was testing, I was playing on normal. This is on a slightly harder level. And this is the end of the dungeon. Or end of the level, sorry. So let us go down, which should take us up a level. So, we're up a level. And now if we go up the stairs, it'll take us straight outside, which is what we're going to do. Okay, and I think at this point I'm going to go ahead and take the break I need for stuff. Yeah, I certainly understand 1 a.m. in Sweden is not a good time to sit and watch videos, but it will be recorded, and I'm about to take a half-hour break, like I said anyway, and I will be back on and do some more stuff in half an hour. So I hope everyone is enjoying this quick view of it. So, as always, this is Spidey 1958, and have fun gaming.